Welcome to Danielle's cooking show. Just kidding. I decided that I'm making dinner tonight. It is Wednesday. I chose today to be my dinner day. So I am making something called Hamburger Pie. It is my grandmother's recipe from when I was little. So basically I'm starting with some beef. And I'm using grass-fed organic ground beef. You can use any ground meat that you want. I just personally prefer this organic grass-fed ground beef. So I'm just starting by browning the meat. Make it nice and get ready to go. I have a pot of water right here. Gonna start to boil because I need to make these mashed potatoes. It is important that you're using like fresh mashed potatoes that you make from potatoes because those get too watery. So you just want to make sure you have the instant mashed potatoes, and I will show you where those go when we make the pie. I also have here some corn that I'm gonna mix in with the meat and some green beans. You can use any vegetables you want, but I find that these go the best. And then I got triple cheddar cheese to sprinkle over the top. You'll see that too. You can really use any kind of cheese. And then to go on the side, I got nice French bread. So, gonna continue to brown the meat. And once it's brown, we can go ahead and throw in the vegetables. So, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. So, I seem to have neglected the fact that I'm supposed to mix tomato soup in with the meat. I don't know how I forgot that, but I did. So, what I'm going to do is mix some tomato paste with some chicken bone broth, and we will see improvise. I don't have a recipe for this because it's my grandmother's recipe, but I feel like this is going to be, it'll suffice. We have some paste and some chicken bone broth. Okay? Okay, I got it in there. Got my little mixer ready. Let's mix. Ugh. It's okay if it's thick. It actually needs to be thick, like tomato soup. I have a feeling this is going to be better than with tomato soup. We'll find out. Okay, so I have my brown meat and it's already drained. So it's back on the stove, and I'm just going to chop it up a little bit more. Oh, sorry, Trip, standing on his tail. So it's completely chopped. I'm going to add my tomato mixture. Hopefully it's not going to be too watery. Get that all mixed in. I can probably turn the heat off of that. Now, because Gino does not like corn, I'm going to take some meat out and leave it to the side before I add the veggies. because he doesn't like corn. Alright, now I'm gonna open, I've already opened one corn. I didn't really know how much I was gonna need because this dish is a little bit bigger. I decided to use like more meat, which means more veggies, right? So if I can get this open, I will drain both of them. That's not open yet. My water is boiling for the mashed potatoes, so we can do that next, and then I can come back to the veggies. I'll drain those after. Let's go to the mashed potatoes. Okay, it says remove from heat and immediately stir in the potatoes. So I'm going to get all the potatoes open, which that one wasn't open yet. But it's supposed to be a tear. Oh, there we go. So I got this cool attachment right here on the mixer thing, and I'm just going to use that. It's rubber, so it won't hurt the pan. And I'm just going to mix. It says fluff with a fork, but what the heck? I'm just going to mix. So I'm going to put it in and mix. It's probably a better idea to do one at a time. Oops, dropped the bag in there. Okay. So this is basically acting like a fluffer. It looks pretty good. Let me show you guys. Yeah, we're not going to over stir. Oops, got some out. Oh well. So we're not going to over stir. I'm just going to let those sit now, okay? All right, the next step is taking the corn. I drained the can of corn and the green beans here. I also drained the green beans, and they are cut green beans, not the French. And I'm going to mix that in, and I'm going to see what it looks like. If I need more green beans. Oops, I forgot to put some green beans into Geno's, so I'm going to take a couple green beans out. Just a few. I'm going to put them in Geno's. Okay, so now I have the corn and green beans. I'll show you what that looks like. All mixed in here. Looks pretty good to me. That does look really good. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and taste it and see if it needs seasoning. Okay, let's taste it. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, salt, and pepper because I know that some people like that. I'm more of a plain Jane kind of gal when it comes to seasonings, but I know that some people like seasonings. So we got the pepper. Put a little pepper on Geno's. And then we got the delicious garlic salt. Put a little garlic salt on there. Garlic salt always makes everything better. Gonna mix that up one more time. I'm not even gonna give it another taste. I'm just gonna have faith in my abilities to cook. That looks delish. Okay, next step, I have this. It's a little bit bigger than a 13 by 9 Pyrex. You don't have to coat it with anything. We just gotta take what's in here. Oh, let me add Gino's. He gets a little. I'll give him the entire front. No corn. Oh, one piece of corn. Okay, he'll live. Okay, now I'm gonna take the rest, and I need another towel or a pot handle thing, and I'm gonna pour it all in. Yes, that is some deliciousness happening here. Just put it, fill the bottom. I would smash it down so that it's like a layer, because that's what we're going for, layer. All right, the next step is adding the mashed potatoes. So we're gonna get a spoon. The mashed potatoes are already cooked. And we're just gonna put them on. Now this was 3 packages of the instant mashed potatoes, which each package makes 2 cups or 4 half-cup servings. So I have 6 cups of mashed potatoes here. Now we're going to spread out the mashed potatoes like you're frosting a cake. I'm actually going to switch to a spoon. Because it's easier to handle. So I am making this early. We're not having dinner until like 6:30 tonight. You can make it, you know, and put it right into the oven, like 350 degrees. Everything on here is cooked already. So what I'm gonna do is put it in the fridge until 6 o'clock, and I'll probably put it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 350. And the cheese that we're gonna put on top will be nice and bubbly at that point. And then we'll be able to eat it. Okay, so it looks like this. You know, I'm not someone that worries about what it really looks like at this point, because I'm about to cover that all with cheese. And, you know, cheese makes everything better. So, let's get the cheese. I got 2 bags of this, and each bag is 2 cups of cheese. I got 2 only because I didn't know how much I was going to use. This is not, cheese is not something you measure by a cup. You measure cheese with your eyes. That's just because cheese is good. I mean, not good for you, or me, but. All right, the cheese is open. Now I'm just gonna sprinkle it all over the top. One nice layer of cheese. And I think I'm gonna open the other bag just to give it a little more in the areas that's missing some. The cheese is the best part, right guys? Unless you don't like cheese, then it's not the best part, but really, how many people don't like cheese? All right, I'm just gonna smash it down a little, make it a layer. Looks pretty good. Don't worry, I washed my hands at least 4 times during this process. So let's see what it looks like now. That is the final product. Hamburger pie. Layers of meat, veggies, mashed potatoes, and last, cheese. I can't wait to eat this tonight. So, like I said, we're not eating dinner until 7-ish, and it is only 2:40 in the afternoon. So I'm going to cover it with some foil and put it in the refrigerator until about, or we'll probably eat around like 6:30 or 6:45. I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. And that is something that you can see when the cheese is bubbling and when it's getting golden brown. Like I said, everything in there is already cooked, so it's basically a matter of you melting the cheese and getting it all mushed together or mashed together. So the next important part, everybody, is to clean your kitchen. It's probably one of my favorite parts, is getting it all cleaned and then seeing it clean and after you've made your whole mess. Right? So if you would like to cook this delicious meal, I will leave the recipe in the notes below. Bye.